Hello, hello, Rhoda here. Welcome to my craft room. Today we're looking at the Sneaky Peek, which has tea as a theme. So I made this pocket out of these little teacups, tea pitchers, creamers, and I thought, ooh, I like that. Let me see what I can do with it. Well, Scrapbooking with Me had put out this template for this type of little window design. I can't remember what it's called. I've saved it over there somewhere so we could do one day. They also put out a freebie that had teas and coffees on here. You know, I'm always like to combine my words and themes and stuff like that. This little spoon, I can't remember where the spoon and the cup came from. I think it was something I had from long ago. And I also had something that had silverware. So that all combined together for me. So this pulls out. It was just like a window. And I used some of my numerous things of letters, sticker letters, and I put tea up there. I made a scene. I made a lady in a frame. The tea has a tea dangle, whatever you want to call that. I have encouragement down here. I made it look like they were on a tablecloth, and I made my own little vase with flowers. And then I think that's supposed to be a column. These are some kind of other stickers that I had. So I just kind of made up something. And then you could write on the back. And then that just slides back down in there. And usually I have to watch out for the little dangle there, because he likes to do this and that. And I don't know what, I'm going to have to use my wax situation here on that, I believe. Nobody gets in here and looks at it but me every now and then. So that goes down in there. And I've glued it right here. That's why it's so tight. I didn't want them bumping into each other. So that comes out of that side. And I had all of these different types of teas that somebody gave me samples. And then I wrote on that one. What did I say? Tea has always been my drink of choice. Tried to doctor up coffee, no success. By adding cream and sugar to my tea, it's sublime. I never understood this quirk of not liking coffee, as both mom and dad drink it like fish to water. So, and then I had a little splotch stamp, so I'll put that on here. Okay, enough of that craziness. All right, we're going to use some Stamperia today as well. What a thrill. Okay, this one I've been into and cut up quite a bit, but I think I see a few things that I can use in here, like mainly that first one with travel, because I'm thinking, well, I can use that in a travel kind of a journal. And so we're going to use this. And I pulled out my sunflower art. I don't know if you've seen sunflower art yet, but it is pretty. It is very pretty. And luckily, they don't have but like a beautiful image on one side and like a yeah one on the other side, you know. So what we got here is a bunch of cutouts, phrases, words, a few little strip designs there. And then over here we have this gorgeous, it says sunflower art. Sunflower and art farm. So whatever this person is, they raise sunflowers and they do art. This image here is the one we're going to use today. And oh, look, there's rabbits. Chickens and rabbits, geese. You got stuff all over. Oh, there's a pretty butterfly. I saw the bee up here, so I'm glad I'm going to be able to catch that. Over here on the back, I'm not sad about losing that, so I'm not worried. That's why I figured this would work. Now, this is gorgeous. This reminds me of something at my dentist's office. They have this huge piece of art, and it's got all these sunflower heads that's facing you, and then it's got the gorgeous blue sky. I love that. And see, it's just got that on the back, so it's nothing that's, you know. Now, this is so detailed and cute, but I'm not that much into it, as I don't know how I would use it in a journal. That's where they have the trouble of putting all of this stuff on a 12 by 12 because you don't know how to work it into a journal. Well, I prefer the back more. Look at the back. It's like a brick stuccoed wall that part of it has been like cemented over or something. And it's got this gorgeous little bit of red over here with the flower. That's what I would do. And that may be what I use on one of these envelopes as well, because I can dress that up in all kinds of different ways. Now here's a gorgeous, I love this truck. It reminds me of our old GMC. And, but it's too wide for my envelope art, so I'm not sure what else I could do with it except cut it down to where it would fit into a journal. And since it's got this on the back that looks like a quilt, I did want to do sort of a quilt book. And see, this one has clothes in it. And yeah, I'm kind of wondering how I could use this as well. That might also go in the, like a quilt sewing, you know, kind of themed book. Now, it didn't have very interesting back on it, so see, I'm not worried about that. The front would be my choice. This one here, I may be doing this one because my one envelope, it goes like this, but this is a 9.5-inch envelope. And what I'm going to be doing is cutting it in 3 panels. I do want to mention, and I'll probably try to find her and put her down in the description box, Cathy's Garden. She just did something like this 9 days ago, and I didn't know about it. I was searching for it. Now that one's got a wood background. And I was searching to see if anybody else had done an envelope belly band, and there was quite a few, but she did something very similar, though it's still very different. Mine is on an easier scale. Hers, I would think, is a little too hard. Now, I kind of like that background. I'm not too sure that I could use that. You know, it's like, you know, you look at it and you're trying to figure out how to work. Now, I love horses, and I almost grabbed this image, but it's just too tall. That's almost, you know, the 11 inches, 10.5. But I love those sunflowers on there. I might have to try to make it work. Here we go with, they've got journal cards. The back of that's pretty as well. They've got journal cards, they've got tags, and they got cut aparts. Okay. Oh, look at that. A thing with keys all over it. Cool. All right, so let me look. So is that the one I want to try to do, or is it this one? Because I really like this one. I think we'll take this and do one. And then we'll do one in a travel. And then see where we can go with that. All right. Let me... Okay. All right, I might have flashed it by you too fast, but these are the envelopes I'm going to use. I got them at Walmart, peel and stick envelopes, and I pulled out 2 because that's the number of or pieces I'm going to make today. Now, this is my demo. It came from another paper pad where I just had a strip that was just scrap. I couldn't really do anything with it. Now, I'm a little on the wider side here with the white showing, and especially on the top. But I was practicing. But the whole idea of this is you put... I'm trying to find something to stick under here. This is where you would stick something down through there, and it's a belly band. And you can actually glue it top and bottom and have it like a double belly band where something can go under here. It is also a pocket. You got a pocket down in here, and you got a pocket up in there. Depending however you want to do it, you can actually put your piece in this way and have it in that capacity. Now, Cathy's Garden, her idea was, it looked like she used the whole solid front of an envelope like this without cutting it up like I did. And what she did is she put a band, a wide band on top of it right here with a big image. That was her belly band. Then she also had a pocket where she had cut it open at the top, and it was a big tag down inside. Now, that was her version. Mine, I I don't know. So I saw something Gail did, and she was starting out with her faux front envelopes just the other day, and it just flashed in front of my mind what I wanted to do. It happens like that sometimes. I was almost thinking Gail was going to do exactly what I was going to do, but she was a little different. All right, I'm going to put this in here this way and see where the 4 comes in. It's 4, these are 4.13. So that don't look like 4.13. Wait a minute. I guess it's 4 1/8 of some type. So I might be cutting it at 3 7/8. And I'm getting everything in there but that one leaf. I don't think I'm going to worry about the... I do want the bee. Oh, look at the little bee. All right, let me check this out. Okay. So 4. Nope. The bee's going to have to stay because I think I'm going to... I'm going to be missing him. I'm going to push this over just a bit because I'm going to cut it down on the other side. And then I got that for somewhere else or that. Let's see. I want to go ahead and cut the other side to get it to be about 3 7/8 because, well, I got a ladybug on there, so that's one good thing. How wide is that? I think that might be good. I don't think I need to cut it down. Now, we're going to cut it this way. Then we'll take off that psychedelic band I got on there. I may be cutting down a little bit more as well. Let's see. So this is 9.5 inches. I don't want it that wide. I want it to be probably 8. We're going to go 8 1/4. Because usually mine are like an 8.5 page. That's a great little pocket that you could do somewhere. So you could use that. And then we're going to see what we got here. More than likely, I will cut that down a little more. Just a little more. Okay, right at the tip of that leaf. And then we have this. And, I think what I'll do is I'll cut these 2 panels first, and then I'll come back and cut that one. So let's see what we can do here. Now how I want to do this is I'm going to leave it open, and what I did is I went in and I drew some lines. Am I in screen? Okay. And I'm going to use my pencil, and I'm going to go across, and I'm going to kind of guide it to the top of this sunflower, about right there, so I don't lose him. Wait a minute, I'm on the wrong side. It needs to be this side. That's okay. Yeah, you want the flap to be on the back side because it's going to be underneath. But that, you leave it open because that's going to be your way of getting in and out of here. Now, I think I made this like 1/4 inch width. So we're going to go right like that. And then I've got this piece here, which I think I'm going to pull it down. Oh, and go to the top side. And I'm going to measure this. This is about 2 3/4. I'm going to mark it at 2 3/4 and see what I've got here. Yep, it's right there. So let's go ahead and mark that at 2 3/4. Mark across. Go up 1/4. I'm trying to see it. It's right through that one little piece there. Okay. Now, if you're not on the money, don't worry about it. Just cut it as close as you can. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go across Leave it open and don't cut your backside. And then we're going to cut, I'm trying to get it in there, cut it like this, and we're just going to go across. I can't get all the way, so I'll get in here with my little scissors. After that, yeah, I was checking out Cathy's. Hers is really pretty. She did a bee design, like a hive or something on the front, and had some really pretty colors in hers. I'm always just pilling around with whatever pops into my head. A lot of people did like a skinny belly band. They didn't do a very big belly band. And I'm just trimming over to the very edge here. And then I'm going to pull that out. This is where you might want to try to be straight. It wasn't quite that straight. And then that part gets cut off. We don't want that. Now, it may be, tell you the truth, it may be that you actually glue that down inside. And that could be your, yeah, let's do it that way. Because I need something in there to cover up the background. You can see what it looks like. It's horrible. So we're going to actually take advantage of this piece and not even cut it off. We're going to glue it down inside. Does that go all the way? I'm not sure. I think that should take care of it. And then we're just going to lay it right there. Yep. Make sure you don't glue your other piece down though. Your two side pieces. All right. Now, add more glue to this one. Come on. Yeah, on the other one, the demo one I made, I had a couple of extra little strips left over, and I put them in there to hide that the background. As you can see, yeah, you can see the little bit of envelope base in there, but you really don't notice it. Now, you could cover the whole back inside that you want and not worry about that at all. Now, we're going to leave those two little pieces on there. This is a little different from my first one, so I'm always working, working around how something's going to affect it. Now, I'm going to go ahead and glue this shut at the top because it's going to be a side belly band as well as a vertical. It's going to be a horizontal and a vertical belly band. How about that? Okay. I glued that shut. Now let's see. We got to get in here and do our cuts on our sunflowers. So let's get back to this and mark this down. And I have a little bit of a lip, a little white lip around here. I'll try to do as small as possible. Let me pull that in without hiding everything. Okay, yeah, you can see that. And I see it, I see it. Yep, that one goes right there. I can still see a little bit of a frame. You need the frame so you can kind of tell where the little cutoffs and things are at. You kind of need it. Now this one, I'm going to... I may not worry about the frame on that middle one so much because I can see that I would be losing some of my sunflower if I did it that way. Let's see what we got. And then we have this side. I did miss a little bit of it. But he's going to go right here. And then we got this one that's going to go on top. And let's see. I think it's going to be right there. and probably right there. Yeah, I got a lot of leaf showing on that one. Alright, let's see if I still have my little bit of... Yep, I do. I have my little lip. Alright. Well, let's put this to the side. And we're going to ink this one with our scorched timber. I want a really nice kind of edge on these pieces because they're going to be against the white. If you wanted to round the tips, cut the tips, corners I mean, you go right ahead. However you'd like to do this. I kind of like this look because it kind of frames my sunflower. And you can also either tea dye, coffee dye your envelope, or you can leave it white. I'm mostly doing it the easiest way possible. Oh. Well, did I wish everybody well and say I'm glad you came to spend a little time with me today? I don't know if I did that. I jumped right into it again. I'm always doing that. Well, I am. I'm happy you're here. I hope you like this little project. It's a very, very simple little project. I'll tell you what. We're going to go ahead and put this down first. Now, all you got to do is go back here, and especially if you've got a peel and stick envelope, you just peel and stick. That's all you got to do. Peel and stick. And we're going to keep all of those little pieces and just go right down in a row. Here's another one. Well, I know it. It's awfully close to that edge or something. What happened to that one? Oh, I think I know I glued it. I think I glued it. And that's why it was giving me grief. Okay, so there's that. And then here's this one. Alright, and that's all you got to do to this piece. You do have a few little jiggy-jaggies over here. So you may want to see where that little piece... Now, you could come down here with a trim of some sort. But more than likely, I'm going to come in from this side with the side tuck or the belly band. So I don't need to worry about that side. This will be on a right side page. And don't worry, we're going to put the one that I made over there into my subway bag journal. So you can kind of see. Because that one I made full size. Not thinking about the height. And so I know my subway journal has some really tall pages in it. No problem whatsoever. Okay, so, oops. Oop, I might have to fix it. It is this way. Crap. You were probably shouting at me and I didn't even think about it. Alright, so I'm going to put this right here. Have it right snug at the bottom. And I'll just take a scrap or something and go up underneath that side. I do want to also erase my marks here that I made with the pencil, because that will be seen. So there, that works. Okay, we'll finish this off and then I'll show you how I'm going to fix that paper issue. Never without scraps, so, and especially cut-offs when I'm doing a journal. They're always lying around. Now this is the piece I was going to go over the whole top. Oop. Maybe a little bit on the side. It's going to be visible. There we go. Make sure it doesn't get all stuck down when you do that. There we go. And then this one. And I'm trying to get through my school journal. And I need to make some pockets. I don't think I have hardly any pockets. So I need to get into doing some of those. I also have some clusters I wanted to make with you, and I also wanted to make some tabs with you. So we got all kinds of stuff to do. Now, see, that's pretty. If you was to use a yellow base, that would be pretty. Now, since we're not going to be seeing the back, I thought I had another one over there I could use. Since we're not going to be seeing the back, I'm just going to glue this down to it. It's just an extra strip, but what it is going to keep your little cut, I think, from rubbing if you put something under your belly band from the side. It's going to protect that from getting caught and irritating you like it has me in the past. Oh yeah, there's some things that you make, and if you don't pay attention to your way you folded it up inside, like those large tag pockets, I always have trouble getting that large tag to go back down in there because there's that one little 1/4 inch piece that has been glued inside, and it doesn't work because it wants to ride on that and not go all the way down. Oh, I have to fix that every single time. All right, now what we're going to do is find something else in our book to go in here. Now, if we wanted, that might make a pretty tag. Oof. But then again, I think we had some tags back here, didn't we? Ooh, we got a little tag. We got a, yep, right there. Let's see what we got on this page. Go ahead and rip it out and see. Will that fit in there? Oh, yes, it will. Oh, there's my truck. Oh, there's my truck. That's what we're going to use, this truck. I love this truck. All right, so let's cut it out and get it for our book. That's what I love about these Stamperia pads. You got a little bit of everything, and it all coordinates. It all goes together. I think, yeah, all the colors will match really well, and yeah. Yeah, that's just white. And they used to have where this was like a solid piece on the back, but anymore they've done it to where this is just white either way. Now I'm going to go ahead and cut my corners for this because I want it to slide in and out really easy. So we're just going to do the small cut. And we're also going to take what's left and just slide it on the side. I don't want to ink the edges. I just want to get that white core from showing. So that's all we're going to do there. And, well, where's my tweezers? I went and must have glued, oh, that edge stuck over farther than I expected it to. All right, so that goes right in there like that. You don't see the truck. Oh, but we would see the truck if we went in this direction. Like that. Oh, yeah, look at that. See, you got either way to go. And I got a beautiful truck there. Now, you can also use a little tag if you wanted to as well, but it looks like, yeah, it wouldn't stick up too high. Look at the geese. I like the geese. All right. Well, for now, that's all I'm going to do. Did I have any sayings? I don't know if there's a saying or something in here that might work. Which way would it? Huh. Got one that says sun. Not too sure about anything else. That may be the one to use. Maybe like right there. I've got take a turn and breathe. Positivism. And tune. All right, we're going with sun. Just cut it like that. Yeah, I think you just gotta cut the edges. Whoops. Okay, and then go across like that. And like that. Okay. There's our word. And it also needs a little bit of white core work done. I don't mind if that one shows a little bit on the front. Okay, now that one goes. It's gonna have to go. It's gonna have to go right here. I think that's the only place it's not gonna hide one of my sunflower heads. Okay, like right there. And then there was a little ladybug. Do I want her? Don't know if I can get her cut out to where I can see her good. Well, let me get my fingers on here straight. At least I can have her since I can't have the bee. All right. Let's see. She could be flying right up there. There we go. Now, on to the next. All right, on to the one with the Around the World kit. Stamperia pack. It's an 8x8. So we're going to have to cut this at the 8 1/4. Maybe 8 1/2. 8 1/4. I think. Heck, I'll cut it a little later or a little larger. And then I'll see if I have to cut this down after I've pulled this off. Let's see what we got here. I'm believing it was this page that I was going to use because I thought I could get the Around the World and whatever else is on here with like the bicycles, or I could pick it the other way. Let's see what else I got. I've got that one that, if nothing else, that could go under for something to write on. This one I've cut. I wanted those stamps that was down here in the bottom, and I think that was the only pieces I had left in here. I have some postcards, but that's it. So it's got to be this one. Oop. Well, I'm trying to rip that one to pieces. Alright, let's see what we got here. I don't know what we're going to use for the inside card. And I think we're going to cut it like right here, right between the world and the airplane. I think about right there is it. Yeah, right on the nose almost. Okay, well maybe we make the card out of that. We won't have to waste anything. Alright, is that, yep, that's about the right width. And after I cut it apart a little bit, yep. Alright, let's see. Okay, so what I'm going to do, since that's just about right on the money, I'm going to cut these pieces where I know they need to go together, like the crescent bicycle with the actual picture of the bicycle. I'm going to cut there, and then I'm going to make my, I don't care about the better wheels. I think I'll be able to get to live without that with the rest of it. But we're going to use that to figure out where we want to put our markings. And then this one, I'm going to just do the car between the suitcase and the car. Yeah, just like that. So it's like a variegated kind of a drop off there. I can live with that. And then we have to take our ruler. I'm going to actually mark, let me lay them out here first. So that one's going to be there. That one's going to have just about the right amount in between. I don't even think I am going to need my ruler to do a straight line, but I'm going to go across right there. And nope. I'm going to do it right on the money this time. I'm going to put the, because I need that little bit in between each one, you know, to be my little strip. You know what I mean? So let's get the right distance. These are going to be a little skinnier than the others, but that's okay. All right. So what I was doing, I was measuring them out. Get that one out in between there. I was measuring them out to where I had just enough distance. And they're going to be back to back, so there's no white in between except for the strip that's down. I'll show you in a second. It's hard for me to explain some things. I don't know why. I can see it in my head, but explaining how things should work is different for me. Alright, so we're going to open this up. We're coming in with the scissors. We're going to cut just like we did before. Got a little wiggly on that one. Now I think with this one, I may put a background piece instead of this one like I did before, because I want to show you an alternative. So if you would like to have more covered behind, you can have it. Okay, I'm finishing off these strips where my big-headed scissors won't get all the way in there. Alright, like that. Then we're just going to cut it. Might even be able to rip it, I don't know. There. Now, what I'm going to do is take... I'm going over here for the scraps. Alright, I have another one here. Let's see. What about this one? I want to find one that kind of goes with my scheme. I think it's this one. That one's a little too warm. Can you see what I'm talking about? That one's got, especially with a car, you can really see it with a car. Yeah. Although the suitcases have a little bit of warmth to them, I'd rather go that route. So what we're going to do, and I'm going to just rough cut it. Rough cut it in. Oh, no, wait a minute. I don't even have to cut it that way. All I got to do is cut it this way. About right there. It's just a tad crooked, but I'll fix that. There we go. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and glue this down inside. Has to do it first. But I hope all of you are wanting to try this. Everybody's got an envelope. I mean, everybody's got some kind of envelope that they can do something with. Whether it be an old scrap one that got sent in the mail kind of situation, or this type where you just take one out of the new container. There's so many people that like to see things done with envelopes because some people can't afford the, more expensive kind of ways to decorate and to craft. So this helps a lot of people when they can get an idea of this variety. I have a little bit of glue that's stuck down. Whoop. Okay, now let me wipe that down. I'm sure I might need some later, but I'm going to cut that down right now. And I'm going to go in here and at least straighten that. I don't know if I can later on. Alright, now what we want to do is go ahead and go in and glue the end shut. Okay. Have that go down. And then we're going to use our... Oop, I do have to go down a little bit more. Is that what? Nope, a little bit more. I have to cut it to where my envelope is not going to hit it. Let me get my little one in here. Ah, I think that was it. Yep. Alright, I'm going to cut this one down to about that same height. Yep. There we go. All kinds of little snips that came off of there. Alright. Now, putting it down. Now, if you see that this end sticks up a little bit, you can always glue it down. I didn't do that with the other one, but I did see where it kind of stuck up a little bit. Alright, put that down. And then we'll put this down. There we go. And it goes that way. See that dark? It's kind of, I think it adds a lot to it. Then we're going to get in here with our scorched timber. I really love this ink. And I didn't round the corners, but, I mentioned before that you could. Alright, this is the bottom. And the way I'm doing it, where you hit the corner, like flat on with that, and it makes it a rounded look, instead of like a flat corner each time. But you just rub it against it a few times, and it makes that cool kind of effect. It kind of gives you an idea of like an old newspaper or something along that. Old film strips, you know how you'll see the old film strips with maybe like the corners are kind of shaded in like that? It gives you that vintagey, antique-y feel. I guess is the way to look at it. I'm looking at that up there, and it doesn't look like it's quite straight, but I think I'm going to let it ride. Now this is where you let your paper do the talking. So you're going to put something down, and you're going to let it do all the talking. And with STAMPERIA, that's easy. Now, what I was trying to explain before is I'm not going to have a little bit of an edge showing white on the top or bottom. I'm just going to put it flush with each top and bottom edge. But the sides, I was going to have a little bit of white showing. Okay. And I try to match my sides as well as I can. If there's a little bit of white showing, it's not going to hurt. I can see a little bit showing on mine. Alright, and then this one. I'm trying to think what I might have in this paper pad that would work here, because this is sort of different sized. I don't have a big journal card, in other words. Oop. There. I'm going to let it be just about like that. Now, let's see what I do have. I did mention that I could probably cut that other side into a journal card. So we'll see if we can do that. Alright, because I've got this that has a plane on it. It has the bike, but I think the bike is almost too big. Yeah, I have that could go in there, and we don't have a plane, so that would be another mode of transportation. I do need maybe a word. Do we have any words over here that might work? Adventures are the best way. Live, love, travel. Around the world. The world awaits. Enjoy the journey. Then I have that little airplane. He's kind of on the large side, though. I think I'm going to do the enjoy the journey because you're probably wondering why. Let me just pull that off. I'm going to pick it because it's white, so it's going to stand out. It's also about journey. Well, all of them are about travel. But it'll be a nice contrast, so it will stand out. The Big Ben may have been a good choice as well, but I like this one better. So let's cut around the outside of it, see what we got. If I can cut it just right, I can get that shadow that they got on the printing. But I still probably will have to ink it because they always have a white core. I'm surprised they haven't done anything about that part yet. Alright, let's see. Now, if you get nervous when you got like jiggy-jaggy lines like this, you just wiggle those scissors whichever way you want and let the ink take care of the rest. The ink will cover up anything that might be, you know, there we go. See? It's tying it all together. Yep, just like that. See? It doesn't look like you cut it wrong or anything like that. Oop, I do have a little bit of a mess up right there. I think it was when I was ripping it out. Yeah, there we go. Now, did I have anything else in here I could use? I'm still needing something to go down in it, and I still think that's going to be my best bet. The thing with the plane. Alright, because it's just got a lot of letters on it. I don't have anything large on there. I have an envelope, but no, that wouldn't work. And those. Okay. It's going to be this. We're going to cut this down. First, I'm going to go in here and figure out where I need to put this. I think it may be good right there. I'm going to cover up a few things, but I think it'll be fine. All right. Yeah, like right there. That's good. I can still see everything vital. And we're going to get our cutter. All right. And I'm definitely going to cut it down this side. Probably to this. Yeah, probably down to there. Let me see. Now see, that makes a nice little card for something else. So that's kind of why I cut it like that. But I do need to cut this edge down a little bit. and see if it'll fit. Can get my fingers on it. Okay, will it fit? I think it will. But we're going to round the corners. And I'm going to do a medium round on it. Okay, then we're going to, of course, tie it all in together and hit it with my scorched timber. So it's all got the same look to be uniform, you know. Okay. Then we're going to tuck it in there and see how she looks. All right. Yep. And I got the around the world there. Enjoy the journey. I think that's fine. Because otherwise you could do it where the plane is showing. Like that. Kind of like that. I do it kind of like that way. Because then you've got 3 modes of travel. Although I don't know if bike is considered that. Okay, here are our 3 versions. This one was just scrapped so I could figure out how it worked. And you can see how I messed up, so I had to remember to leave the length on the 2 strips. Now, like with mine, I said I put a little strip of scrap in there. Then when we did this one, I decided to do just the white across there, the envelope piece. So that worked out really well, too. And, yeah, I really like how that turned out, how bright that is. It's so pretty. I know there was another spot or 2 in that same paper pad that I could do something with. And then this one I thought turned out really cute as well. We've got where it says around the world. I've got the brown that really ties in with different pieces on here. The grunge up there. And then you got that, which can be easily written on. And it goes with that. Oh, so that worked out really good. Okay, wrong way. There we go. And it's kind of like over in Paris, they ride a lot of bikes, don't they, anyway? So that kind of tied in. So I'm going to show you. I'm putting this one into my book here. So we are going to find a spot for it. This is my subway journal. If you haven't kept up with me when I was working on it, it's just a journal that I kind of throw things in. It's sort of shabby chic. I have a lot of bags in it, so I took the bags and decorated them. I think there were some spots on the back half that I haven't really done anything with. So I need to find a nice tall page, which that could be, oh, woo, not tall enough. Not tall enough. But those greens would go really well. I got forks and silverware on it. Oh, that one's plain. That might be the better one. Okay, I'm going to kind of leave it there. And then I'm going to keep flipping to see if I see anything. Now, the back side of that bag, I bet that's taller than... But it opens up there at the top. That's the only problem. I don't want to hinder that. Okay. I don't know if I got it scooted over enough for you to see. Okay, that is a gusseted bag. I haven't done anything to the back of that, but this is really, really tall. And it's going to take a special spot for it. Now, that's not too bad. That's the same thing, basically, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, it's actually the same bag, to tell you the truth. So, I think I may put it here, although it's the same on either side. I was going to say, because you can see the green up there, you see the brown, although you got that on either side. So, yeah, you have the same vision on either side. So, let me see. I love this. Thank you, Nilda. I just love that lady. I've got a few more things I've got to decorate in here. This second half is not very decorated at all. I've still got to work some more on it. Although it's bursting. It is bursting. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Yeah, I think that's about what we're going to be doing. Putting it here. We'll just go with it. And we're going to glue it down like it's a belly band. And I'm going to pull it over to where I can kind of hide the great value. Yeah. See the great value sugar? I'm pulling it over this way just so I can kind of hide that. And it's not quite tall enough, or the bag isn't quite tall enough, so I'm going to go a little bit lower just to, guarantee that I'm not going to glue over the area I need. It's so tall, you don't have to worry. You can get all kinds of stuff in this belly band. Alright, so I'm gluing it there. And there. If I got it where you can see. Okay. So yeah, I'm just going to rub it down. Make sure it stays. I always try to burnish it a little bit where the glue goes on. And this is not got enough under it, so I'm going to use my finger to pull that across and burnish it. And I will leave this open and fill it with whatever I think would work. I may have a few things prepared for this journal, although, like I said, it's pretty full. But what you would do is you're going to put something in this way, and then you have your little belly band. Whoops, it's catching on something under there. And then you have your belly band this way, plus a pocket, or however you wanted to use it. It's very versatile. All right, well, I really want to thank you for coming to visit me and seeing what I had to show you today. Hope you enjoyed this little project. It's very easy. Yeah, just cutting that little strip out. It's kind of the fiddly part, but other than that, I mean, look at that. Oh, isn't that pretty? I love that truck. I don't know what kind it is, but it's pretty. All right, everybody have a great day, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.